Hey everybody, Brittany here, and it is time for book review number 8 of 2016, and this is Winter by Marissa Meyer. It is book 4 of the Lunar Chronicles, and it is technically the last book of the series. There is also a sequel, not a sequel, a prequel book, that's been released that I haven't gotten my hands on yet, but I kind of want to hear some reviews on that before I reach out and get it. So just the main 4 books of the series. This is the final one. And this book from me gets a 5 out of 5 stars. If you've been watching my reviews on the first 3 books, book number 1, Cinder. Book 2, Scarlet, and book 3, Cress, then you know that I've absolutely loved this series from the start. It is awesome. I've loved every single book. Winter is no different. It's the thrilling conclusion. I absolutely loved it. So, do I recommend this? Yes, of course I do. I recommend the whole series. You definitely need to read it. All of the books are kind of loosely based on fairy tale characters. Cinder is loosely based on Cinderella. Scarlet is loosely based on Little Red Riding Hood. Or Red Riding Hood. Is there a little? I think there's a little. And Cress is loosely based on Rapunzel. So Winter is loosely based on Snow White. And Princess Winter is the lunar princess. She is Labanna's stepdaughter. And she has minor spoilers throughout. I'll give you a warning before any major spoilers. But she has lunar sickness because she does not use her gift by choice. Because she doesn't want to manipulate people. So because of the lunar sickness, which causes what's that word? Hallucinations, etc. She is kind of like Snow White on an acid trip. That's seriously what I thought when we were first introduced to her in Cress. And, it kind of remained. It wasn't quite as strong a feeling throughout Winter, but she definitely got some cray going on, but in a good way. We love Princess Winter. So, that's just a brief, thing about her. The story, this is the conclusion to everything they've been working for, and it's great. I love it. From this point forward, I am not promising anything. I may or may not give out any spoilers, because this review is kind of just fly by the seat of my pants, and I haven't planned out what I'm going to say. So, if you are, super scared of spoilers, then you might want to cut out here, because I'm not making any promises about the rest of this video. That being said, our first category is characters. Characters, of course, get a 5 out of 5, because Marissa Meyer can write some lovable characters. That's probably been my favorite part about all of these books, this whole series, is the characters. I love every single one of them. I mean, you've got, your 4 main ships, right? Okay? You've got Cinder and Kai. You've got Scarlet and Wolf. Cress and Thorn. And Winter and Jason. So, those are your 4 main ships throughout the series. And I ship every single one of them. Sometimes you read books and you're like, there are main characters that you don't really like. Well, that didn't apply here. I don't know if it's just the mood I've been in for the past few weeks when I've been reading the series, or if Marissa Meyer is just that good. I absolutely love all our main characters and our main ships, and I ship them all perfectly. I think they're perfect for each other. Cinder, of course, is great, but Scarlet, she is so, I love her. She's got that attitude and that little snap, and she's a BA. She's, you know what I mean? She's tough. I love Scarlet. She is she's great. I absolutely love her. And I love how, like, huge spoilers, okay? So just prepare yourself for the spoilers. When Wolf goes through the little transformation surgery or whatever, like, she doesn't even blink. She sees him and he's just her alpha, you know. He is her wolf, and she doesn't even think twice about how she feels or how, you know, like, she doesn't even see that transfigured form of his, and I love that. I do love Wolf. I loved him in Scarlet. That was where I really liked him the best. Of course, I still liked him through Cress and Winter, but Scarlet was really where he kind of peaked for me, but I still like him. I mentioned in my Cress review how much I love Cress and Thorn, and that maintained throughout. They are still my favorite. They're my OTP from this series. Yes, I don't know what their ship name is. I don't know how you would, but I absolutely love them. They're my OTP. I love Cress and Thorn together, and I even, like, posted a pic on Instagram when I was reading, and, like, he confessed, you know, like, when he kissed that Lunar, and he was like, she looked like you, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love it. I fangirling so hard over them. They're my favorites. So, characters, as always, 5 out of 5. They are brilliantly written, and I love them. Okay, so the story here, I've also a 5 out of 5. I've mentioned before in other book reviews that I've done that I really prefer villains who have motivation. Like, they're not just evil for evil's sake. I like them to have a reason why they are the scum of the universe. And this really brings in more of Levana's story, and of course that's what Fairest is supposed to be. It's the prequel. It's more of Levana's backstory. But you get a lot of it here in Winter, and you see, like, she really does have this motivation, and she really, you know, like, the thoughts are there, and the process is there, and how she became so evil. And it's not just, oh, I woke up and felt like being evil and taking over the universe. No. She's got a reason behind everything she does. And so I appreciate that in a villain. And I appreciate the writing coming through and kind of showing us more of that. And more even just parts where we pity her, you know, like, and what she's been through and how she feels and how she sees the world and the moon. And so that's good writing. The story made sense. I loved how every book, it was like you took one person's story and another person's story and another person's story until they all just come together and make one epic, you know, thing. And I loved that. I thought that was brilliant. I loved how Marissa Meyer did that. And it's really, I love it. I don't think I've said that enough because I don't think you're getting it. I loved it. Anyway, sorry, I'm trying to be quicker at these. I just love it so much. I have too much to say. Anyway, writing style, 5 out of 5 stars. Because again, I couldn't put this down. I mentioned in my Cress review that I finished Winter before I even did my Cress review because I couldn't stop between the books long enough to do a review. Like, I had to finish the series. I absolutely loved it. Couldn't put it down. The writing was superb. How we had everybody's different viewpoints and the POVs. That was great. Everything was well thought out. It all had meaning. And the wrap-up, the whole wrap-up of the whole series, it was perfect. Like, she didn't leave anything really hanging open too much. Enough for your imagination to take it where you wanted it to go, but not enough where you're, like, asking a ton of questions afterwards. So it was brilliant. The whole series was just brilliantly written. I absolutely adore it. I highly, highly recommend that you read the Lunar Chronicles if you have not yet. And if you've gotten to this point in the video and you have not read them yet, I'm sorry for all the spoilers, but it was brilliant. I loved it. So yes, 5 out of 5 stars. Highly, highly recommend. Read the whole series. Don't skip any books. Just, it's amazing. So, thank you for watching. If you've made it this far, I know the quality is a bit more grainy. It's a bit poor compared to what I'm usually doing. I'm using the computer instead of the phone. So if you guys could just leave a comment down below saying if this is like too poor quality to really like I should not do this anymore on the computer. I just figure I'm not really showing anything. It's more talking, so the quality maybe doesn't have to be top notch. But whereas if I'm doing like a Jamberry video or something where you need to see, I could use the phone. If you would please leave your thoughts in the comments below so I can kind of get your opinion. Thank you for watching. I will see you all later, and until then, remember to smile, Starshine.